Hey guys, it's MH Finn. Today we break down one of the most crushing forms of debt in modern America, student loans. This upcoming fall, it's projected that nearly 20 million students will attend American colleges and universities. Out of those 20 million, nearly 70% will take out a student loan in order to pay for tuition, housing, books, and fees. That equates to 14 million students who will sign on the dotted line this fall to receive lended money. Many of these will have no idea what they're stepping into, and in this video, we break it down. Now, if you've attended college or university in the United States, you know that the best loans out there are the ones offered to you by the federal government. This is why students will usually fill out a FAFSA as part of their application process to school. There's three types of loans offered: direct subsidized, direct unsubsidized, and direct plus aimed at parents. These loans are available through the federal direct loan program and are unlike any other loan you will ever take in your lifetime. For starters, the federal government will not analyze what degree you're studying, what school you're attending, your credit score, or your likeliness of even finishing school. The loan is essentially guaranteed to you as long as you have a pulse and you signed up and enrolled for school. This is great for many people, but it also creates a recipe for a financial disaster. A bit of a history lesson before we move on. Federal loans came about in the 1950s as a way of promoting the American youth to enroll in various colleges and universities, a way of boosting our science and math sectors, keeping up with at the time was the America's biggest threat, the Soviets. This program slowly expanded from small to large. Today, outstanding federal loans total more than $1.4 trillion. That's a number you simply cannot even begin to comprehend in your head. With over 42.9 million borrowers, the federal student loan program over time has grown into a serious problem. In today's America, 65% of undergrad seniors graduate with student debt owning an average of $28,650. Now, I like to see the glass as half full. This may not be so bad. You may be telling yourself what you've heard from others. Education is an investment, and if taking out a loan is your only way of securing that degree that will yield you a nice rate of return with your career, then there is no problem. But that's not what the norm is. Today's students across America are being told college is your only way to compete in the modern economy. Millions are suckered into attending expensive schools, sometimes for-profit schools, that are nothing but degree mills. Others are simply encouraged by recruiters who act as essentially salespeople to attend schools that offer no direct advantage compared to other cheaper alternatives available to them. Here's a scary fact: nearly 10% of student loans are in default, meaning people cannot pay them back. And guess what? Federal student loans are unlike anything else. Filing for bankruptcy because you cannot pay them back is nearly impossible. Special laws were specifically created by the government to ensure they get their money. If you choose not to pay or simply cannot pay, they will garnish your wages, put liens on your home, and collect your tax returns. They will find a way to make you repay, and ignoring the debt collector isn't going to help you. This is all part of a larger problem that can only get worse. Although this may be a somewhat controversial thought, there is strong evidence to suggest that the reason why we even have a student loan problem here in the US is because of the loan program itself. You see, once guaranteed low interest loans started being handed out by the US government, the US schools simply raised their tuitions and then lobbied for more loan money. This cycle has continued throughout the decades. The public at the time agreed that we need to ensure more kids are going to college, and with the lobbyists behind their backs, they begged lawmakers for more loan money. The lawmakers agree, and then the colleges and universities raise their tuitions. This keeps repeating until we get to today's levels. In 1971, the average tuition fees and board and room price for a 4-year public university was $1,410. Adjusted for inflation, that's $8,730. In 2018, that number is $21,370. That's nearly 2.5 times more expensive, adjusted for inflation, of course. And this is just the average. If we assume it takes 4.5 years to graduate with your degree, we can safely say that an undergraduate degree will cost you right around $96,000 today. We as a country have to take a long, hard look at higher education and revamp the entire system, especially the public schools. The problem will only get worse as schools charge more and more for their programs.